Hey, how's it going? I'm Esiah Rodriguez here at Performance Ford Lincoln in Bountiful, and today I'm going to be showing you the Aviator Grand Touring Plug-in Hybrid. First things first, this is a plug-in hybrid, so that means it runs off of gasoline and energy. It's paired with a 3.0 liter hybrid engine. So what that means is you can do a little bit of some electric vehicle driving or some standard gas driving, or a pairing of the hybrid mixture. Now, what you get with this exclusive look is a little bit of a blue accent to the Lincoln star there. So it gives it just kind of a little bit of a look, so everyone knows like, hey, I drive a nice car, but also I'm thinking about the environment. That 3.0 liter hybrid engine that I was telling you about actually has 494 horsepower with 630 foot-pounds of torque. So while this does weigh a little bit more, you're gonna get plenty of power out of it. So in the back here, you have a nice clean look, just the Lincoln logo all across the back, as well as not an exposed hitch. So you get a really nice clean look back here. And you're also gonna get a backup camera, backup sensors along the bottom that are just a little bit hard to see, but they're down there. And then you also have a fully power liftgate here. Even though that this is a hybrid, you'll notice that there's no weird bump in the trunk. So the reason for that is because we actually have the battery placed between a little bit where the captain's seats are. So we kind of changed and moved around a few things. That way you get the most out of your maximum storage capacity in the trunk here. Speaking of cargo space, you also have a couple of different ways that you can configure and kind of play around with how much space you have back here. First, you have a little bit of a storage cubby under here, just to throw anything you need to under there, kind of keep it from rolling around the cabin. But also, you've got these little hooks that pop out the side here for any nets you want to put up. That way nothing falls out when you're opening it up. But you've also got a privacy cover to let you cover up everything you need to whenever your trunk or whenever your liftgate is down. That way you don't have to worry about any nosy people looking in the back there and seeing what you have. So just kind of a peace of mind thing. It's really nice. With seating, if you want to maybe take advantage of a little bit more storage in this, you can go ahead and put down either your left or right seat in the back here, or simply just put down both at the same time with the touch of a button, giving you absolutely huge space to just throw whatever you need to in the back. Taking a look at the profile here of the Aviator, in the Grand Touring you get a nice wheel lip molding matching color on the body, but also you're going to notice that you have a little bit of a new port here. So if you open that up, it actually has just a charging plug as well as a dial that kind of tells you how much is charging and how much longer it needs. So just a nice little thing that you only get on the plug-in hybrid to charge it up. So if you take a look here at the Aviator badging there, it's actually blue now. So that's to recognize that it's a plug-in hybrid. But if you take a look, it actually follows all these little lines just nicely into the back here. It just kind of gives it a really, really flush look. And then if you kind of follow these lines down here as well, you'll see that they follow right into the wheel well. Kind of highlighting a really beautiful wheel on this vehicle here. Let's hop in this thing and take it for a spin. Alright, so diving into the settings here on the home screen, if you go to the very last page and look at personal profiles, it's a brand new button. Basically, you just create a brand new profile with your name, and then you can select a memory button here on the left side to save your preferences and link it to a key to save it. Basically what that does is it's going to give you access to all of your settings for your driver's assistance settings, all your radio station presets, cabin comforts, all that stuff will be saved to specifically your profile. So say maybe you love using lane keeping and your wife hates it, then you can absolutely just have her set up a key and have it to where she'll get in the car, turn it on, and it'll automatically be off for her, and it'll automatically be on for you. It's that easy. So taking a look at the Sync 3 screen here, you'll notice at the home screen you actually have two new buttons. That's Power Flow and Charge Settings. So if we dive into Power Flow here, you actually be able to see that it tells you what exactly is going on in the car. So right now it says it's idling and it's using very minimal battery power to, power the AC, all that other stuff. So basically we're just sitting here. When we start driving, you'll actually be able to see where's pulling power into what wheels, and if this is being if the motor is charging the battery. So it's not a mysterious hybrid machine that you don't know exactly how it all works. If you want to see exactly what's happening while you're driving, you absolutely can, and you just pull this up and it'll tell you. So it's really awesome. It tells you exactly what's going on. You completely understand how everything works. The other new button is charge settings. So if we hop in there, you'll actually be able to see how much time you have till fully charged for two different things here. So a 240 volt, which is the quick charge, or a 120 volt, which is the standard. And it tells you the exact time that it'll take to get to a full charge with both of those, as well as your battery percentage right there on the right side. So it makes it really easy to know exactly how long it'll take and kind of plan trips around that if you need to. Then, if you go into charge preferences here, you have two more settings. So you have charge time setup and departure time setup. Departure time setup is really cool. So basically what it does is it takes advantage of the times you put in here to make sure your cabin temperature is right when you get in the vehicle, make sure that you're getting the most out of every single charge when you hop in. That way you're not hopping in and you only have 90% battery. It's gonna make sure that you're at 100% when you're leaving at that set departure time. Added to some of the driver assistance settings, there is a brand new one. It's almost like it's a part of your cruise control system, so it's like lane keeping, but it's a little bit different. So to get to it and activate it, it's really simple. You just press this little cruise control button right here. It lights up your adaptive buttons on the bottom of the steering wheel. So it's this one right here in the middle with the car and the steering wheel on it. So you click that and it'll replace the guards that were on this center screen here with a little steering wheel in the center. So what that does is actually keeps you in the center of the lane, making sure that you have even spacing on both sides. So it's really just like lane keeping 2.0. We actually have two new drive modes added here. So I have normal, conserve, excite, preserve EV, which saves the battery and charges the battery for later. And then you have pure EV, which is completely electric driving. Then you still have your standard modes like your slippery and your deep conditions for deep snow, mud, or sand. So going back to the conserve mode, they actually did add a little bit of a different look to it. So once we start driving, you'll actually be able to see how well your driving is. Okay, let's drive the thing. 360 camera system, always nifty. So as you can see while I'm driving, since I still have it in conserve, it's showing me that I'm doing a good job, lit up green. So if I actually brake, if I brake badly, then it'll come off center and it'll basically show you that you're braking too hard. There's also a brake coach that pops up and tells you how much efficiency your braking is. So for example, there I was at a 60% efficiency. Makes it kind of nice, makes it kind of like a little bit of a game to try and get 100%. So really kind of does a good job of making you drive a little bit better. So in pure EV mode, it's absolutely quiet and you can just feel the responsiveness on the torque. It's just the second you put your foot down, it moves. So it's just absolute pure electric driving. It's crazy. It feels like nothing else. Thank you for watching the video. Again, come see us here at Performance Ford Lincoln in Bountiful. Again, my name's Esiah Rodriguez, and we'll see you next time.